DCM works. They punch, then they're mates. Hey guys, welcome back to the Outfronters podcast, official podcast of DCM Works. I am David, creative director, lead writer as always, joined as always by my co-host Ben.
Hi.
Not even words, just sounds now. So this you'll notice if you're on YouTube, this has video. We finally have that. We're not 100% on it yet. Like, you still can't see most of my face. Actually,
We also have a very makeshift set. We literally just walked in and sat down, so there's this big gap of nothing between us, which I like. I think it's kind of interesting.
Hey, look, it's fine.
At least we fill it with
There's stuff.
whatever the
Look,
fuck
there's
yeah.
there's the Deadpool
There's a
statue.
portal gun.
Topical. There's
Wow.
Star Wars. You can't. This is gonna be odd on the audio, but so this is what we thought of Batman v Superman before we've gone to the film. So this is our predictions.
Yeah, this is what we think of a movie we haven't seen yet.
Basically, it's gonna be terrible trash garbage, but I'm so excited.
So we're seeing this 4 days after the US.
Yes, and it's the Australian midnight release.
Australian midnight
an hour
release.
before Melbourne. Interestingly.
Oh yeah, true.
It's
we
weird.
Do, yeah.
But yeah, so this is gonna be a trash garbage film, and I'm so excited.
I'm pretty excited.
I've never been more excited for garbage in my life.
It's-
Like, it just is going to be a nightmare, and I cannot wait.
It's got a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment. Like, the rest of the world hasn't even seen the film. It's already at 40%.
So here's what.
that's so bad.
Here's what I want to do. I want to do how we think it's gonna start, how we think it's gonna end, and then I want to do stuff that we think is gonna happen. We'll start with stuff that I think is gonna happen. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do stuff I want to see. That's what I'm gonna do.
Stuff I want to see?
I want to see that Batman punch up where he beats a bunch of thugs. Give me that full scene. That looks sick as fuck. Give me that.
Like, if there's at least one good action scene where they don't shaky cam and they don't cut on every single punch, I'll be happy.
If they just what I want to see is
like
I want to
fight.
see Batman slogging Superman, just boom, 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 and Superman just kind of like taking it and backing off, just
see that.
for ages and bloody fists and just going at it. I want
If
to
the
see.
whole movie is just one big fight scene,
I want to see. I want to see a neck snapped. I want to see. I want to
Well,
see
there's-
Batman. I want to see a scene where Batman punches Superman and goes, he's real hard. He's a real steel man.
Rock hard abs.
He's a man of the steel.
Are we gonna see what's his name shirtless? Who's gonna be shirtless first? Ben Affleck or
Henry Cavill? Cavill?
I reckon we'll see Ben Affleck shirtless in the second scene.
Henry Cavill.
We're gonna get the opening scene, and then we're gonna get Ben Affleck shirtless.
Or he'll be putting on the bat
That's a
suit, or
bet.
he'll be slipping on the suit or something.
Yeah, but we will see some skin of his chest area
Yes.
within the second scene. So there'll be the intro scene, which will be bad guys running into a dark area, and then all of them dying either by Batman or Superman.
Or Bruce Wayne.
And then
his parents being killed.
And then it'll cut to... They won't do that.
Dream sequence!
And then it'll go to, like, the intro CGI title sequence.
Batman v Superman.
And then we will see Ben Affleck shirtless. That's how this movie is going to start.
Alternatively, it starts with the courtroom scene. You know where Superman's on trial? And that
would be pretty funny.
That's just like how it starts. That'd be fun. Or it just starts. The whole thing is like the whole first like act is a flashback or something. That'd be great. Or we open with that Batman scene where he's going in to fight the guys. I think that might be a good opener.
Do you think they'll waste the where he punches the dude and his head just flies?
God,
through
they're
the
gonna
floor?
waste it.
They're gonna
big time.
waste.
They're gonna
that
hard
super
cut off
fast.
that. Yeah,
they're gonna waste. That's gonna be in the first scene.
What we need that whole sequence to be played out in full with very little cuts. If they do that.
I mean, they won't because it's Hollywood.
But if they did, I would be just But here's what we will see. We're gonna see. Or we'll open with that scene that we've seen in the trailers where they're at the gala and they seem to know who each other are.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun. That's a fun scene. It looks like.
When do you think we gotta have that destruction scene? Do you think that'll be early?
They might open with that.
They might open with that.
You get to see
sorts.
Ben Affleck's perspective of that fight.
Yeah.
And that's a great way of showing the destruction of that fight. By the way, I think that's a great shot.
My favorite is the GIF comparison or the video comparison between those two scenes from the Man of Steel perspective and then the trailer perspective, because there's a brief moment where they cut the laser beam out, because if it had followed the same trajectory, it would have just hit Ben Affleck. Because if you look at the perspective, there's a bit where like Superman, he's doing his laser and he cuts across the building and he cuts up a bit and then he like slices down.
Yeah.
And then from Ben Affleck's perspective, which is going to be in the film, I'll probably point it out, the laser starts up.
Yeah.
And it like slides down and like, it's in line to line up with the camera
That's
perspective.
amazing.
And then it just disappears for a bit
Oh
and
my
then
God,
reappears
that's
facing
so
downwards.
good!
Because they're like, shit, this laser beam. And like, to be fair, the rest of the continuity is perfect.
To be fair, put
Like-
Ben Affleck in a different spot. It's not that hard. You're making a film.
That's the thing.
Like,
it's like,
what? It just seems
if
like
they just put him somewhere else. And because, like, to their credit, the rest of the laser beam is spot on. And it's like, at first, everyone was like, holy shit, look at this continuity.
Yeah,
like,
that's
they
sick.
nailed it. And then people are like, wait a minute.
here's what I'm worried about, though. Okay, so other stuff I want to see. I want to see a scene where Superman's being really threatening, and then Batman just drops Clark Kent's name. Like, he just drops the Clark bomb that he knows. I want to see that. Because that's always an amazing scene in all the comics.
When Batman's being really threatening.
No, when Superman's being really threatening, and then Batman's like, back off, Clark. And
Oh, yeah,
Clark's
yeah.
like, oh my god, how did he
Yeah.
know? There's a great scene in... It's one of the worst comics of all time, but Batman and Robin, Boy
Ooh.
Wonder. That's an all-star comic run. There's a great scene in that where I think Clark gets a phone call or something from Batman, and it addresses him as Clark, or he leaves him a note that says Clark, and it's the first time he knows. And Superman just burns through his glasses and burns the note or something. And I'm like, that's great. So I want to see some of that. Basically, they're gonna punch for a bit, then they'll be mates, and they'll fight
there's gonna
Doomsday,
be-
and then they won't be able to do it, and then Wonder Woman will come in, and then they'll do it as a team.
How much
And then
screen time do you think they're going to give Wonder Woman?
Hopefully not that much, because I think what'd be really great is if she comes in and she saves the day. That'd be like if she saved the day, that'd be
her
good.
introduction.
And she comes
for
in,
their-
she saves
for
the day.
for their Avengers film.
Yeah, and
essentially.
because also her solo film looks great because it's set in the past.
Yeah.
So that she'll come in, she'll save the day hopefully, because that'd be great if they had a female protagonist actually do something in one of
won't
these
pass
films.
the Bechdel test, but she might save the day.
She might save the day at least. So she'll come in, she'll save the day. That'll happen. Then she'll fuck off, and Doomsday. So something else will happen. Lex will have something else up his sleeve. There'll be some other punch on.
I'm very excited
Then
for
hard cut credits, and then in the stinger we'll see Doomsday open an eye because he can't die. And that'll set up for the death of Superman in the next film, probably.
I'm very excited for Lex, played by Facebook man.
Jesse Eisenberg. That was an attractive
Oh,
sound.
excuse me, Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. What's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg.
No, Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, I forgot the actor's name.
Oh,
it was
God.
like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I almost said Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, no. My favorite. This is unrelated, but my favorite little tidbit of knowledge about the Bechdel test: the intro to "I Like Big Butts" passes the Bechdel test. Of the two women talking, and she's like, "Oh my god, look at her butt! It's so big." That passes the Bechdel test.
I love the world. That's amazing.
And like, it's unrelated, but
No. Hey, I'm happy
the
about it.
opening sort of dialogue to "I Like Big Butts"
It's better than most AAA Hollywood films.
is
It's good.
passes the Bechdel test.
So-
two females talking about something that isn't male.
So here's what it is. Here's what I want to see. I want to see that punch up. I want to see them punch on. I want to see a scene where Batman punches Superman, is surprised by that he's a Man of Steel, and then later on you get the reverse of that, where Superman finally throws a punch in the mech suit, and
It doesn't do anything.
no, well it does, but like it's real. Like Superman is surprised by how strong he is. I want to see that.
That'll happen. I mean,
we've
because
seen
he's
we've
gonna
seen part of that in the
so
trailer.
he's gonna fight. Like, Batman's just gonna fight Superman in his regular.
I don't think they'll
out.
fight. I think what'll happen is
Batman would just get his ass kicked.
yeah, because like
And he'd be like, "I need to be stronger," and then he'll build the mech.
well, he'll
suit.
build the mech suit, and it'll either be a thing where, like it was in The Dark Knight Returns, because it's pretty much the same suit, where it uses the whole city's power, or that's actually a great fucking comic, or it'll be this suit is like of Kryptonian origin, like his bastardized Zod's armor or something, or alternatively, they do the Green Arrow thing where he's just using the suit, and then someone will shoot Clark with a kryptonite, probably from Lex. Let's just say Lex and Batman will be on the same side, and then there'll be
It's
more
pretty much confirmed,
punch-ons.
isn't it?
Maybe
From the
it's hard
trailers,
to. It's
I mean-
hard. It's either it's one.
I think it will be. They're both billionaires.
It's one way around or the other. It's either
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne and Lex or Superman and Lex. It's hard to say. But then, so they'll punch on for a bit, and then the Doomsday will appear because Lex's plan is to weaken Supes, and then have the Doomsday come in, and then they'll punch on, and then Wonder Woman will show up. And I pretty much know the film's gonna happen, but I'm so excited.
That's gonna be terrible.
There's gonna be a courtroom scene for some reason. The Chance Pants Radio guys did a podcast today where they were like, wouldn't it be great if there was no punch on? The whole thing was an actual court case. And that's why it's not Batman versus Superman, it's Batman v Superman, because it's actually a court case. the whole thing is a court case, and it's just
Dude.
them flashing back as to like, Mr. Superman,
the
can you
flashbacks
recall?
are- Oh, dude.
Yeah, and that was one of I
That's-
think Jackson's
that could-
pitches today.
That could explain the 40%.
Yeah.
Maybe this film is actually revolutionary.
'Cause that'd
in
be
this-
amazing, wouldn't it?
that, I would love
Yeah,
that.
all credit to Jackson from Sans Pants for that. You can check that out with Plumbing the Death Star. But I just thought that would be an amazing idea.
I reckon someone needs to like fan edit
It'll
the
happen.
film. It's
Yeah, someone will
to
do it.
just make it a courtroom.
Hopefully that's the extended director's cut we're gonna see that's R-rated. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Who's gonna drop the
R-rated for really long.
who's gonna drop the F-bomb? Because they got an M rating, right? MA 15 plus? I don't know.
I reckon Wonder Woman.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I reckon they'll give it to her.
Yeah.
Either her or Lex.
Well, it can't be Superman. It'd have to be Bats.
Or it's just gonna be they're just gonna give it to some extra.
Jimmy fucking Olsen or something. The bloody Lawrence Fishburne's character, the guy who runs the Daily Bugle or whatever.
True.
Um,
Maybe they
You know what'd be amazing is if they just hard cut to Joe Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man at his office, and he's just sitting behind his desk and he's like, "Give me those pictures of fucking Spider-Man,"
Yeah.
and that's hard cut back to the film, and you're like, "Whoa, what?
Wait a minute.
What did that? What?" And everyone in the cinema is just like looking around, like, "Did what?"
40% on.
Rotten Tomatoes. But then again, like, there's some other stuff gets grilled on Rotten Tomatoes and shit, and so. But it's gonna be a trash film, but we're very excited.
When is it? It's in 2 hours.
Yes, So what don't you want to see? What's the thing that would ruin it?
Well, I mean,
Aside from everything we've seen.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, what don't I want to see? Everything we've seen.
To
so
be fair,
far.
the first trailer was amazing.
But the moment they showed like mech suit Batman, I was like,
No,
I don't
okay,
want
yeah,
mech
but
suit Batman.
you know what was great was when we didn't see him in action. The best part of that lead up to that film is that first trailer where you get to see. It's like that false god stuff and the chanting, and you get this great scene of Batman tied up, and it's like these really interesting cuts between these really interesting scenes, and then you get the scene at the end, which is one of the greatest lines that's been ruined by a terrible film, which is "Do you bleed? You will." Amazing line, and they're just gonna I guarantee they'll ruin it. It'll come at a really, really weird point. It's gonna be a throwaway line, and they're just gonna fucking.
Well, it's a
waste
line
it.
for the trailer.
Yeah.
It's a trailer line, and the trailer lines are never the best lines of the film.
No. Well.
Or they're the only good.
Or they're the
lines
only
of
good ones.
Yeah,
Have
that's-
you seen a Ben Stiller film in the last 3 years that isn't a serious film?
No, because
Yes.
because why would
Because
you?
why would you? Same thing with Adam fucking Sandler.
Oh, fuck me.
That's all of his best jokes are in the trailers. Because he only writes 5.
Yeah. Well,
So here's what I'm worried
because
about.
he's not funny.
Basically, so here's what's gonna happen, right?
I'm worried I'm gonna walk into an Adam Sandler movie now.
There's gonna be a few moments where I'm really into it. Like, there's gonna be moments in the cinema where you will look at me and I will just
You
be
can
like,
hold me.
like a 12-year-old baby boy with a Batman boner. Then there are going to be other sequences where I'm like, nah, this is boring. The true test of a film is an action film is if I fall asleep in it, that means it's a normal action film.
Yeah.
Because I struggle, because I'm a tired man. So I fell asleep in Avengers 2. I fell asleep in
really?
Avengers 1. I fell asleep in Thor: The Dark World.
I'm gonna have to wake you up at the end of this.
I
fucking
didn't
thing.
fall asleep in Force Awakens. No, because it's I don't sleep for long. I micro nap because I got to get it where I can. So I'll be like, I fell asleep during the Iron Man Hulk fight because I was like, I know what's gonna happen, and then I just kind of because of too much noise and action and lights, and I
I was
just
gonna say that was one of the best fights in the film.
makes me sound like an old man. I dozed off because I was like, there's too much happening, and I just tuned it out.
That's one of the best fights in that film.
Actually, I also fell asleep at the start of that film when they're in
That's
the snow.
fair.
And then I came back in.
I came
when-
into the cinema late.
when
and missed that part.
Scarlet Witch and Cap's punching, she's not punching on, but she blasts him and then whips behind a door. That woke me up because there was a big silence and then the noise, and I was like, "Oh, I'm back." And then I fell asleep again with the whole Iron Man thing, and it wasn't until months later when I watched the Blu-ray that I was like, "Oh, that's what happens."
It's also a good fight.
And then I was like, "Oh, he gets punched through a skyscraper? What?"
Yeah, that's a good fight.
That's a weird film. Having seen it all now, I don't hate it. A lot of people have hated it in retrospect. I don't mind it.
I think Avengers 2, I don't like it because
more of
of
the
where
same.
I saw it. Because I saw it at a pre-release with the UQ Sci-Fi Fantasy Club,
Ugh.
which is the fucking worst, biggest mistake. So that
I
not
will,
only
I will
was this...
bleep, I will bleep the first part of that name, just by the way.
Okay. Not only was like...
Or will I?
Was it just... that's a good story. Not only was it, packed full of nerds, which is just not an enjoyable time.
No.
But I was there with the girl I was seeing at the time, and her ex turned up
Oh, yes.
halfway
That's so
through the
good.
cinema, and she started freaking out because she didn't like she was like fucking fed up with this guy. Like they had issues that she never told me about, but she freaked out. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? Like,
no, watch the film. It's no worries.
yeah, so I watched the film. Like, she calmed down. But I was like, man, that ruined the movie for me.
That's rough, man. Like, that's that kind of thing. I mean, I was lucky when I went to see Star Wars at the midnight or whatever. That it was just, everyone was really relaxed.
Yeah.
Like, no one cheered at dumb shit. No one was like, hey, a character we recognize.
No, like,
everyone sat quietly. The loudest noise in the cinema was the man next to me giggling under his breath with excitement when he saw something cool. That was that was it.
When I saw Avengers 2, like when they like mentioned that they were going to the place where like vibranium is made, like it's one of those like really obscure references where they're just like, oh, we're going to so and so, and then they slow zoom into Cap's shield. I'm just thinking, I'm like, I don't know what that place is. But like half the cinema was like, "Wow, yeah!" And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
The thing is, that's such a integral part of that universe because that's where a whole bunch of the really important items come from. It's where Black Panther's suit comes from. It's where Cap's shield.
But it's like I don't give a fuck.
One of Iron Man's exosuits comes. Like, it's a great thing in the universe, but I fucking hate people that cheer in films.
It's like I don't
Stop
care.
it. Also, people that have read the book first and tell you that while you're watching the film. Get out of the cinema, go home and read your book. Don't be telling me the different. I don't want to sit in Hunger Games and have you sit there and be like, oh, well, this didn't happen. Go home and read your book. Don't tell me about it. I want to know. And I've read the books as well. Like, shut the fuck up.
I saw the first
Go
Hunger
read
Games
your books. Don't tell me.
in fuck. This is just like premiere experiences now. I saw the first Hunger Games movie like in the premiere in the big cinema.
Yeah.
Like the Thursday night that it came out, so the cinema was packed with like high school kids, and stuff, and it was horrible.
Oof, gross.
I saw Deadpool in sort of the similar environment, but it was a lot better.
I never saw Deadpool. People are really mad at me, actually.
I mean, it's
so
good.
okay, to answer like the 12 to 20 emails that I received about this, because I've mentioned, I think in one Bloodborne episode I trash talked it in half a breath. Like I said, I was like,
and I was like, you haven't even.
I don't know. I didn't trash. No, it wasn't.
You mentioned something. I was like,
I said something along the lines of like, it didn't interest me enough to see it. I will eventually, and people just took the most offense. And that was despite the fact that like I know only about 40 of you watch that show regularly. Apparently half of you emailed me about it. So here's the thing: I will see it, and we will do what we thought of. I didn't have time. I didn't have the interest.
It's a good film.
Like, the character Deadpool doesn't interest me.
Neither. But I mean,
it's just a personal preference. I don't have anything against him. He's fine. It's if you what you want. But X-Men, I've always read the X-Men comics. I read as a child. He's not the best part of those, so I just kind of was like.
For me, it was just like it's just a Marvel film that isn't part of the current MCU.
No, it's a Fox film.
Yeah, it is actually. We were wrong.
Oh, no, I was right the whole time.
You were right.
So, by the way, just so everyone's clear, in that video, I might have cut it out. I don't remember.
Me and Liam rag you out about.
No, I think I cut it out because I didn't want you guys to look like
We
idiots. But we're talking about X-Men and Fantastic Four and Deadpool. And I immediately was like, no, they're Fox films. Marvel has the rights.
And we started ragging them out. Because...
At one point, you both were yelling at me, and I was like, no, this is not a discussion. This is just truth. Like, this is fact.
Right.
I was right the whole time, and I wasn't smug about it. I just let it go. So I cut that out of the video because you guys look like cunts. And I was like, I get where you're coming from because it has Marvel at the start in the credits. I understand how confusing that is.
And it has Stan Lee in it.
But it's not owned by Marvel.
It is very confusing.
The rights are owned by Fox currently. It's why they have to keep making Fantastic Four films that are terrible every 7 years to retain their rights. Or 4 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's something or whatever.
It is a good movie.
So regardless. That movie takes place in the same universe as X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's the difference. They're two different continuities.
Because the X-Men exist.
Because what happens with my favorite...
But there is... The one thing that threw me off as well was that there's the big-ass fucking ship that they have in the Avengers. The big floaty...
The helicarrier.
Yeah, that's in Deadpool.
No, that's different. It's the X-Wing.
It's a different one?
Yeah, it's the X-Wing X...
Threw me off.
It's not X-Wing, sorry. It's the X-Men... It's got a name. No, it's not that.
So it's a different one?
Totally different.
Okay.
Completely different. One is
knows
from
everything about Marvel.
The X-Men. It does whatever. That's still trash. The comics are just ridiculous. But yeah. So like, I was trying to think of when I saw the Hunger Games when you mentioned that because I didn't care for any of the ones after the first one only because I read the books and the books were fine. Just had no interest.
Yeah.
But I saw that. The first time I saw that I don't remember any of like it was one of those things where. I can't think of what the context was, but I wasn't paying attention to the film for whatever reason. I just think I didn't care about it. And so it might have been someone I was seeing at the time was like, hey, we should go see this film. And I was like, I don't, all right. You know,
I don't know why.
Like, I guess I'm going to see a film and someone shoots an arrow at people, whatever, fine. And it was a fine film. But I remember sitting through it, just like slumped in my chair. I have a very distinct memory sitting there just staring, being like, this is 2 hours I'm never getting back. And it was fine. I didn't hate the film, but I just didn't want to be there. And that's why I didn't go to Deadpool. It's why I didn't... I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw in... Star Wars was the last thing I saw in cinemas. They just don't have time. Yeah. And, like, our show doesn't revolve around stuff being timely. We do stuff we love.
It doesn't.
This is, like, the most timely we get. There'll be other stuff like this when, probably do it for Civil War.
Stuff we're legitimately excited about that will be timely.
We'll do it for Civil War. We'll do it for Guardians 2, definitely. Probably the next few Star Wars projects if they're not trash. Like, we'll do this when we care about stuff. But, like, ultimately, we don't do stuff timely because, to be honest, we like to let stuff sit.
We're also lazy.
That's not true. We just
that is half of it.
We have a
spoiler alert.
It's not that we're lazy. It's that I have not enough free time to do stuff when it needs to. Like if we wanted to do a timely show, we'd never get it done.
Oh, fuck.
So instead, we do something different because that's what the resources we have available. But so one thing that I desperately want to see in this film that I haven't talked about yet is there's some great in the trailers. You get to see the Robin suit or whatever because Robin's dead in this world. Robin's already died. We know the Joker's alive because he's in Suicide Squad. Whatever.
Yeah.
So. What I want to see is I want to see a line where someone references Robin to Batman and he just loses his mind. Like, he just snaps and punches on.
I reckon they won't put that in.
Or he does this thing... Actually, something I desperately want to see that is the best moment in any comic or anime ever with Batman in it is where someone goes... Animation, whatever. Cartoon. I don't know what they call. I don't know what the kids call them. The moving pictures, the drawn pictures that move.
Batman.
The drawn pictures that move. Well, there is actually one Batman cartoon that really does resemble anime, but there's a great moment in every Batman comic that's good where a thug goes to reach for a gun and he pings a fucking batarang and it fucking impales the hand to something.
Oh man, yeah.
Give me that shit because that is the best moment in any Batman. He just fucking pings it and it goes whoosh, and the hand gets stuck. It just reminds me of
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it's a great moment in anything. Yeah. They do it in fucking Firefly. It's such a good moment.
Yeah. The old knife stabbing.
Do it.
Or especially the arrow.
Ooh.
Mad Max does it.
Yes, it does. Oh, that moment's great.
It's a good part
well, there's in the Dark Knight Returns, which is the comic that this film is vaguely based off. Batman and Superman are punching on, and Green Arrow is on Batman's side, and he shoots a kryptonite arrow, and Superman catches it at the last second, and then it explodes and showers him in kryptonite, and that's what lets Batman get the upper hand. And then he cheats because he pretends to have his back broken, and Superman lets his guard down.
It's such a good trope. Even Jesus did it.
Except when Green Arrow shoots that arrow, he's blind.
Him to that cross.
He's blind and has one arm, and so he hangs upside down from I think like a power line. It's like upside down from a fire escape.
Holds the string with
his teeth, and then shoots the arrow like that. No, I'm not even kidding.
Wow,
that's how he does it.
You'd rip your teeth out.
It takes him like 10 minutes to set up.
Yeah, the goddamn draw strength on bows. It's obscene.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He gets killed.
He'd probably just crossbow the string out and then just sort of do some weird shenanigans.
No, because what he does is he
has a concept.
He draws the string, and I don't know if he has arms. He might have no arms. I can't remember, but it's really, and he's got an eye patch because he's got one eye. But yeah, that's a really weird moment, and then that happens, and then Batman kind of wins for a bit, and then doesn't. But that's also a comic where Batman kills a Joker, which is amazing in the sequel.
You can fire a bow with one hand. You just put the bow on your feet.
Yes,
but
except when you have no arms.
Feet.
And he's also hanging upside down.
Yeah,
so that's what he's using his feet for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess
he's hanging with one foot and his other foot's holding the bow, and he's just
hanging out. He's just full taint exposure under his little archer's robe or whatever he wears. His little archery skirt.
Ew.
So probably what's going to happen, I imagine, is that we're going to get back from this, and it's going to be 3 a.m.
So disappointing.
We're going to just look like we've been beaten up, basically, because I was tired when I got up this morning, and I haven't stopped. And what's going to happen is we're going to get in. This is my prediction. We're going to get in. I'm going to tell you the 4 things I really enjoyed, and then we're just going to be sad.
We're just going to be why?
Or it could be okay. It could be 40%
of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but it could be okay.
It could be 45%.
Actually, you know what? I'm willing to forgive it as long as we get that Batman scene and it's not terrible, and we get some more Batmaning and it's not bad Batmaning. Because honestly, Batman's the best part of that film. It looks like.
Yeah.
Because Ben Affleck turns out to be a great fucking Batman. It seems like so.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, Ben Affleck's terrible." Literally, like
I can see why they thought
ever
that,
since
though.
the start, I've been like, "No, he's gonna be a great Batman." Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, he's basically Bruce Wayne in real life.
Yeah, I was like, he's the best Bruce Wayne we've ever gotten.
mean-
He's much better than Christian Bale.
Here's the here's the problem.
Christian Bale's a better actor.
Let's talk about
Ben Affleck's a better-
Let's talk about Spider-Man. So this is my point. I'm gonna make. I'll get back to it. I promise. So
talking about like Tobey Maguire versus
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew
Garfield, better Spider-Man, worse Peter Parker.
yes,
I
agree.
Tobey Maguire, better Peter Parker, worse Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Um,
Ben Affleck better.
probably
non-Batman.
probably better Batman and Bruce Wayne. Probably better both.
No, he's a better Bruce Wayne. I do like
See,
Christian Bale Batman just because of the voice.
I love the voice modulator in this film. I think that's one of the greatest decisions they made is giving him a modulator, not making him do a
Not
dumb
making-
voice.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, that's always what he masked his voice with a modulator, because that's what you would do.
Batman.
There's actually in the Batman Robin All-Star comic, he does like a Clint Eastwood. When he's Batman, he has like a Clint Eastwood voice.
Oh man, that's funny.
And Robin calls him on it. He's like, they're like in the Batmobile, and he's just kidnapped Robin from like when his parents got shot or whatever.
Yeah.
And Robin's like, I'm in this dude's car that flew and is now a submarine, and he's talking in a dumb Clint Eastwood voice. And Robin literally says, "Why did you do that dumb Clint Eastwood voice?"
That's
And then
funny.
Batman's like, "Shut up." It's great.
Shut up, kid.
Shut up. Yeah, so we're gonna go. This will go up before we leave, and then we'll do another when we get back. We're gonna go.
Deceive the first one and the second one, most likely.
Yeah, probably the first one will come out, and then probably tomorrow morning you'll get the second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna see the film. It's gonna be awful, and we might be really upset, or it might be fine. It's probably gonna be just.
It might be a-okay.
Might be just average. If it's serviceable and there's good Batmaning, I'm sold.
If it has one good fight scene, I'm sold.
Yes, actually, yeah, no, that's probably a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
It's just bad that we pitched our expectations so low. Probably not, because it's not gonna be that good.
No, yeah, like lower expectations better.
Correct. So yeah, I know. Like I'm
pleasantly
pretty.
surprised.
I'm pretty sold.
Even
So
though we won't be because
I'm pretty sold on how average it's
40% on
40%. But yeah, so we're gonna go. We'll see you guys when we get back. And yeah, we'll let you know what we think. Oh boy.
40% of the
The visuals
That's-
are very like
they're
well
gonna
done.
punch
and
me.
like the gameplay is super fun, and like because those three things are there, it's like it's exceptionally good.
I could do it in a heartbeat and make millions, but it would feel like just gouging my soul out.
Yeah, Jurassic Park's a little more like DDR.
If Shrek is a fairy tale creature, can he actually own land and want to kick them off? Where did that come from? You have to make a lot of shit up to make good art.
Yeah.
That's just the truth of it.